Hello everyone, this is Danish from jobskillshare.org with another very important topic for our members. Now, if you have joined this website and this platform and you've been studying for help desk and you landed a job, you spent a few months and now you're thinking, what should I be studying to advance my career? What is coming next? What is this thing that it will take over the job that I'm going to go for in future? So if you're thinking about, let's say, system administration, probably sysadmins, or even in help desk, if you're staying there for a while, what will take over? So to give you just a background for this, when I started this platform, I always thought about what you're doing right now to help you land a job and to get you better in the job, but also so you learn in a way to advance your career with the current technologies. And one perfect example that I can give you in this platform is the Office 365 administration course. When I started this course and I developed it in a way that I was teaching help desk, I was telling people that you need to know about imaging, you need to know about operating systems and stuff like that. But at the same time, I was teaching things that were current, meaning a lot of these organizations, universities, corporate environment, they were ditching Exchange in-house and they were moving to Office 365. And that was a perfect example. I told people that how an Exchange administration title is almost going away. It's almost gone, but there are going to be few remaining. But this Office 365 became a key in the interview questions. When people start taking this course on jobskillshare.org, you can see these 5,000 people and it's a highly rated course. So that is one example that I told people that how a new technology integrated with your learning can make such a big impact. But that should give you a really big warning right here that now what's coming next? What is there that's taking over this Microsoft Windows side of jobs right now? That's Azure. And to give you a perfect example, this is how I start. This is the starting right now. So you're actually watching me. I haven't even created anything. We have a solution for it right now, but nothing is created on our site yet. But there's things going on right now. Just go to Indeed.com and just put Azure and look at these titles. There are actually people are calling now Tier 1 Cloud Support Technician. So remember, if you were a help desk right now and you see the hybrid technology in your company, and first of all, this video is not for people who are joining IT career. You cannot start with here right now at this point when I'm talking. Maybe after 4 or 5 years, you're going to see a lot of cloud technician, that kind of stuff. But if you're first timer, you're watching my video, you have to go to jobskillshare.org and start with our help desk. Let me just show you quickly so people don't get confused. You're going to be starting with our first course, which is IT Fundamental V1.0, and it's a learning path basically. You go here, you click on the title certification, and then this is the first title that we're teaching, IT Support Technician for entry level. No IT experience required. You are going to be taking the IT Fundamental course. Then you will be able to come and kind of absorb this video basically. You will understand this video. So I'm not talking about these people if you're in that situation. First go over there, then watch this video, okay? Now this is for the people who have already been through these courses, been through live trainings, been through job, and now they're looking for something new that can advance them very quickly. And this is going to be that quick transition because this is new. This is totally new to even the sysadmins who have been in 10 years of technologies. They've been working there. I know they will have a good background, but still a lot of things for them are brand new. So they're going to learn just like you. So to get back to this video, look at these titles. Look at Tier 1 Cloud Support Technician, new. Hey, this is it. This is a clear warning to you guys that if you are in these positions of the Microsoft side and in your company, you see that they're using Office 365, then I can guarantee you at some point you're going to see Azure Active Directory. Now you know that there's an Active Directory in your server, like there's a local area, you're logging in, you're taking that course with us, you have done a lot of Active Directory troubleshooting kind of stuff. But now know that in few years or 1 or 2 years, you are going to see a new Active Directory, and that's going to call Azure Active Directory. It's already there. Only your company is going to catch up and say, okay, we give up. We don't want to do this anymore at local. Let's move into there. Do you want to work with us? Make sure you learn Azure before. And I'm sure you will because you already know about Active Directory. They're not going to hire somebody new to do that stuff. You will kind of transition into it if you stay there. But if you want to learn something quickly, you want to put impression in your company that I have certification in Azure. I have a good qualification in Azure. Of course, they're gonna up your money too, because if they were gonna hire some expert or maybe somebody more, let's say they give that sysadmin title to that person, they're gonna look for an Azure experienced person. They're not gonna look for someone who have a normal background in servers. This is gonna change. I'm telling you guys right now, and I'm recording myself right now. You will watch me after 4 years or 3 years, and you're going to see that a lot of these titles will change to Azure. You have a clear indication right there. Go to Indeed.com, people are hiring you. Even an IT support specialist, you see right there, Microsoft Office 365 been there. Azure AD just got added. Intune services, which is also a cloud service in there, that got added. You see that other titles like network administrator, Azure have its own cloud engineer titles. Service desk level 1 is there. And if you go down to IT support specialist here, guys, junior systems desktop administrator, outsource IT. What do they need to know about? Main thing that they're putting out there: Azure 365 and Azure AD. This is a full-time position with benefits. I mean, I cannot be more clear than this. I cannot make this up. So a lot of people have to really focus in this area also now. That how do I proceed with advancement? So you can go towards AWS side. But to my experience and my opinion on this is that if a lot of people are using the desktops for operating systems, which is true, nobody's using Amazon operating system. They're not using anything like that. I don't know if there is such thing, which maybe I'm outdated right now. But a lot of people are using Microsoft Windows 10 operating system, Windows 7 operating systems, and that's why you're getting the help desk jobs, right? But now people are moving towards Office 365 rapidly. It's like a fire right now. Okay, that's a good product right there. I don't get paid by them, but it's a good product. That's why you're getting paid for. I mean, you're going to interviews, and this is why people are coming to us, because nobody is teaching this in A+ certification. Nobody teaching this in Network Plus certification. All of these certifications are just good for your resume and a name out there, because some people may just like that. But trust me, focus on this area. Try to learn a lot if you can. Try to get into these portals. Try to play around with it, and try to see something. Because I'm gonna give you another example. Even if you want to become a system administrator, you cannot be a system admin right now in a company. This is very rare right now that you're gonna go to a company and they're not gonna be using any cloud services. It's a hybrid environment at this point right now. You have a server in-house and you have servers in the cloud. Amazon or Azure, it doesn't matter. But if it's a Microsoft shop, 90% of the servers and desktops are Microsoft, then I can guarantee you it's an Azure shop right there. So they're going to move right now. Bigger companies, big CMS system, $1 million CMS systems, a lot of big companies are using, a lot of organizations are using. I'm going to give you one example of that is EpiServer. It used to be called Ektron. A lot of administrators know about this, the pain of Ektron, that you have a CMS administrator. These are content management type of people. They will change their content, HTML, stuff like that. And you as a system administrator will provide servers to them. So you will work with the team, you will get the CMS, put it on the server, and then they will contact you for the server issues. And that's how we work. But now the whole thing is changed. It's called EpiServer now, and that got moved to the cloud. And they give you a full right here, deployment on Azure. Now, who's going to do the Azure deployment? You as a system administrator will need to know about Azure, and you need to do the whole deployment. You need to create applications. You need to create you have to watch their documentation. So if you don't know this stuff, you cannot troubleshoot this stuff, right? Yes, of course, if your company just gets into it, then you're gonna be the person just kind of like, under fire, but they're gonna make you learn things. But what if you cannot do this? You'll just lose your job, basically. So this is the perfect example. That's not just it. A lot of people are using big softwares like Coveo. Coveo is another big software. It's an enterprise level software that you will see in the sites. You go to a site, you search something, and that search is being controlled by Coveo for indexing and things like that. This has its own 3 or 4 servers that I personally managed, and I was doing all the upgrades on the versions and things like that. That's all going away. So I'm not going to do that anymore. They're going to control everything in the cloud and give me some access to do monitoring, to restart some services in there. You see, things are moving very fast, guys. So I don't want to scare a lot of people who are taking the help desk route. You have to take the help desk route at this point, because there's no other way for you. You cannot jump into these positions directly. Even if you go say, okay, it says tier 1, so I'm just going to apply to this position and become a cloud technician. But the problem is that the tier 1 of that is not equivalent to you getting the first time job. For example, here, experience with Microsoft operating systems as well as Exchange 2010, 2013, 2016, 2000, and Server 2012 and 2016, experience with Office 365 and Azure. And you see, here's the thing. So this is a high level requirement, a little bit high level requirement. You don't, as a help desk, you don't work on servers yet, so they are expecting you already that you have experience in this area. So the cloud 1, tier 1 is not the same as you just getting the job in IT. For that, you need to start with which we think is probably the best option out there, because we think our pathway is like 90% much better than what CompTIA just is providing to you. CompTIA is in our session too. Like, you start with this is a real world training. You start with step 1, step 2, step 3. Everything is real world, and we actually add CompTIA like a 10% of our whole learning path. So now, if you have, anyone can use common sense that if you take CompTIA, you're missing all of this stuff. If you take this whole learning path, you're actually covering that. Now, getting back to the Azure stuff. Now, if you are one of those type of person, okay, what is your solution for this? We don't have a solution for self-paced at this point, because the problem with Azure and a cloud-based system is that the moment you start creating content, it takes you time. So let's say I take 2 or 3 months to create a content, and now after 3 months, Azure will change their application. So I created a video on a, let's say, application, how to create an application for a website, how do you do all that kind of stuff. So then Azure came after 3 months. This is legacy, guys. We are removing it. We're going to call it enterprise application, and we're changing everything over there. You see, the whole thing changed like that. That's the problem that's the problem that everybody's going to face as content creators, that we're not going to be able to catch up with this stuff. So what is the best solution here? The best solution is live IT training. So for that, our solution is simple. We're just starting this, so we're going to do like a what do you call this, like, we're going to do this like a fast-paced training in the beginning, and that's how we're going to go with it, because we want to be teaching things as it is on the portal. So we don't want to be creating this right now. We'll look into that, how can we manage this stuff, but at this point, we're only going to teach this live. So we're going to start with AZ 900, which is a fundamental certification, and you'll learn about some basic hands-on skills. And then we are going to jump into, let me show you right here, we're going to jump into the AZ 103 fast track. So you see, this is day 1 3 hours, and day 2 3 hours. So you will learn all about the subscription, implementation, manage identities, and then you will have questions. And then the next day you will do deployment in virtual machines, configure and managing virtual machines, and then exam strategy, and then the revision. And then after that, you will also see some hands-on project from Job Skill Share team, and we're going to show you what are currently some big softwares that are on, and we're going to just show you how they are on the Azure and some of the things that are happening. How do you approach the vendor for the issues? We'll show you some basic issues in there too. So this is going to be a very clean route for you to keep learning. Even if you're in the help desk, you can start this and then keep learning. Then when it's the right time for you to tell the company that I'm ready for this stuff, I already got the skills, give me a chance, then that's where you're going to right now jump very quickly. You don't have to go through the old route, then becoming a sysadmin to this, another, and then you somehow get into cloud, because this is how we are right now. We spend a lot of years in the help desk, a lot of years in the sysadmin, but still we have to learn everything in Azure or cloud related brand new. Okay, there's gonna be, we're gonna be better than the people who are new in this technology stuff, but still there's a lot of things that are new for us. There's no sysadmin right now that can just straight up come from our old technologies like servers, like, everything, not old technology, but let's say internal, everything that he was doing before, and he just comes to Azure directly and say, I know everything, because every single thing is different over here. Everything is very much designed in a different technology. So everybody has to learn on their pace, but this is what we have designed for you guys. We have 2 trainings on this. So day 1, day 2 for AZ 900 fundamentals, day 1, day 2 for AZ 103, and now I am going to turn this to an instructor who is going to explain AZ 103. So if you're interested in this training, you will contact us. I'm going to put my email inside the description. You contact us, and then we basically come up with a schedule for you, flexible schedule, and then this is how you're going to start Azure training with us. Of course, there are many other trainings out there. There are self-paced training too, but keep in mind that this changes very quickly, so we're not doing the self-paced at this point. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any question, let me know.
Hi, welcome to this short through. In this session, we are going to learn about various aspects of Azure, and I'll take you there. We can learn Azure from industry experts about how to create, manage, and administer cloud-based resources. So what are we going to explore in this short session of Azure? We are going to see what Azure is, who can learn it, how fast can this be learned, what are the career openings or opportunities on Azure, which industries are increasingly adopting Azure, and the customers, who are they, and what type of an exam path that we can follow in order to achieve cloud-based administration. Let's move ahead. So what is Azure? We can understand Azure as a kind of mechanism or a model through which we lease or rent IT services, resources, and solutions from Microsoft over the internet. This has absolutely no upfront cost, and you pay only for the resources which you use on cloud. This is very similar to what you use electricity. Based on the consumption, you pay it. So what are the type of designations or job openings that you have, or what are the career paths which are available on Azure? You can see there are a variety of ranges over here, starting from something like data management, for example, and you have security. You can be a part of Azure as a architect and high availability management, as well as management and monitoring. And we also can focus on, as a career, on performance and scalability. So what you see on your screen are some of the areas where you can focus as part of your career on Microsoft Azure. Now let's come to who can learn Azure. Well, anybody, even though they may be new to IT and who have this passion to make one's career into cloud industry, can learn Azure. And of course, this field is very much open for experienced IT engineers or administrators also. What is the periodicity of this learning? Well, if you are a beginner, it can be anywhere up to 1 month with a time that you need to spend at least an hour a day. If you are an intermediate with some knowledge on Azure, it may take a couple of weeks and you can spend 2 hours a day. If you are an advanced Azure user, then you can have this completed in 1 week with 6 hours a day. And there can also be a fast track with 2 days and 4 hours a day can be spent on this. And what are the career opportunities or openings on Azure platform? There are a variety of them that you can see on your screens, along with some code numbers that are associated with each of these paths. Starting from Azure Fundamentals, Azure Administrator, and if you have a flair for developing, then you have Developing Solutions, Architect of Technologies, and Architect Design. And these, what you see on your screen, are some of the career openings on Azure. Which industries are increasingly adopting Azure? Well, you can see anything from government agencies, government organizations, e-commerce industries, manufacturing, healthcare, gaming, and financial, defense and intelligence, chemical industries, consumer goods, travel, transportation, public safety, justice, and many others. Many of these organizations are increasingly looking at Azure Cloud as their solution, and some of the planning they do is either to move their entire business onto cloud platform or maintain a part of it on cloud and part of it in their own premises. So who are the Azure customers? Well, anybody, any big size customers, ranging from small organizations to medium scale organizations to large scale organizations. Even individuals can be Azure customers. If you're an individual and you want to use certain resources on Azure Cloud, then you can go for it. If you are a large scale organization looking for a total solutions on cloud that you can rent and have a profitable and productive business, then you can look at Azure as your solution. What you see on your screen is just a part of one of the syllabus, which aims at Azure Cloud Administration. And this comprises of your skill testing done on a variety of topics related with cloud administration. And you can see the kind of weightage given against each of these topics. For instance, managing Azure subscriptions and resources can have a weightage of anywhere from 15 to 20%, where you will be tested on a variety of aspects on Azure subscriptions, how well you have understood them, and the utilization and consumption. And another example you can see on your screen, or deploy and manage virtual machines, which are called as VMs, can be also anywhere from 15 to 20% weightage given to that. So, and you can see one of the emphasis that is given in this particular AZ103 syllabus is on configuring and managing virtual networks, which is given 30 to 35%, where you need to have deep insights into how well you can create and manage the virtual networks along with their security aspects built into them. So this is just an example of how you will be tested, on which areas you will be tested on Azure 103 course. Without any further ado, without any further delay, let me take you over to the a short demonstration of how Azure looks like and what are the different kind of services which are available. So here Azure is essentially a portal-based interface, which means you can open any of your favorite browser, and you can just type portal.azure.com that you see on your screen here. And when you click on this, you will be redirected to the authentication page, where you are prompted to enter an account. This is the account that is directly tied up with your subscription, through which you can access a variety of services. Now, my own account is, I'm going to type over here. You can have any of your Gmail account or Outlook account if you wish, and you can use that in order to log in. So once you do that, you can just click on next, and you will be prompted to enter the password. And once you do that, you are home into your Azure cloud environment. Now, to go a little bit more into this cloud environment that you see on your screen, it is essentially a graphical user interface, which means any activity that you perform as a cloud administrator or as any other personnel is basically done through a graphical user interface. What you see on your left of your screen are a variety of services which you can provision, which you can deploy. And there are different types of icons which are present on your screens. For example, you have an icon of virtual machines, app services, and more, like storage accounts. So these are some of the mechanisms through which you can deploy these variety of services and provision them to your end customers. For instance, if you want to just create one virtual machine for your client or for your company, you just have to go through this virtual machine and start this particular activity. Or you can see the virtual machines also can be a part of your favorites on your left part of your screen here. But basically, all these services are provisioned through this particular option that you see where my mouse is hovering. And if you click on this all services, you will be able to see a different blade in which the entire category of services which are provisioned on Azure Cloud Platform are visible to you. Now, if I select any specific category of services like compute, on the right-hand side, the blade shows details of these subcategories within this compute services. So as I was mentioning, under compute services, you have virtual machines, which means you click on these virtual machines in order to start your management of your virtual machines or deploying new virtual machines, whatever the requirement may be. You have a variety of compute services here for you to actually run through. And this is a very rich list of services that you see. On the other hand, if you're interested to deploy and manage a variety of network services, you just need to click on networking, and then a different subcategory of networking services open on the right side of this blade. You can make any of these services as your favorite just by clicking on this particular star button, and then it becomes your favorite and appears on your favorite screen on your left side. So this is basically a navigatable platform, portal platform, which makes the management very, very easy for the administrators. If you are a very seasoned administrator with a lot of typing capabilities, as well as flair for typing commands and scripting, and a flair for making your tasks very automatic, you also have an environment which is cloud-based environment, you can see, which is a command line interface that is called as a Cloud Shell. So if I click on this particular Cloud Shell, I will be taken or navigating to a different screen where I will be able to see a command-based type of an environment that is going to open up. But that requires certain kind of a prerequisites. So all in all, you have a very flexible platform for creating and managing different type of cloud resources. So now that we have had some kind of an understanding as to what exactly the portal looks like, how can you get into a portal with a proper credentials, and then what are the different type of services that you can manage. So even as I'm speaking, you can see that Azure is making my command-based platform ready for me. So you can see both these kind of platforms. One is a graphical and the other is purely command-based platforms here. And there are also a variety of icons that you can see on top of your screen, each having their own requirements, and they allow you to manage different aspects of your cloud. For example, you may have the settings where you can actually customize what type of a background you require, and much more activities that you can do. What kind of a color buttons that you require. For example, you may want a different kind of a background. How you can customize all these things can be done through this kind of portal settings over here. But you can see that whatever the user account that you have used to log in, basically that is called as a tenant, and you can see the tenant information even as you hover over this one. At any time you want to log out of your Azure portal, you can just click on this sign here, and then you can just quickly sign out. It is as simple as that. So I'm currently signing off, and then I'll take you back to my environment. So you have just watched a very brief demo of how you can go and work on Azure portal and what kind of an environment is available to you. And one of the interesting things that you may be concerning yourself with is what are the kind of job opportunities which are there on cloud. So I will wind up this particular session by taking you to another environment, job opportunities environment, where you can see that I am in a specific portal which is called as Indeed.com, where in United States, you will be able to see what kind of job opportunities are there just by typing the keywords. Like, for example, if I type admin, then you can see that I have Azure Administrator. And if I click on this, and if you go on search, you will be able to see a different kind of openings, all related with Azure and with the keyword administrator appearing against it. So you can see you have a lot of openings over here that may be very interesting for you. And if you're looking at any other areas of on Azure platform, for example, as an Azure architect or as an Azure engineer, as a DevOps, and any other designation that you are looking for, then that can be easily searched against this, and you can see the heavy openings in these areas. So with that, I would like to bring this short demo to a closure. Thank you for listening to me, and have a good day.